From the 2nd of December 2026, across the EU, a platform worker whose relationship shows facts of direction and control is legally presumed to be an employee, and it becomes the platform's job to prove otherwise. That is the EU Platform Work Directive in one sentence. The EU did not define who is an employee. It defined who has to prove it. We will finish with 3 checks to run before December, and along the way explain why the famous 2 of 5 test you may have read about does not exist. The directive applies to digital labor platforms, defined by 4 tests that must all be met. The service is provided at least partly remotely by electronic means. It is provided at the request of a recipient. Organizing work performed by individuals for payment is a necessary and essential component of the service, not a minor add-on. And the platform uses automated monitoring or automated decision-making. Ride-hailing and delivery apps obviously qualify, but read test 4 again. Automated management is what puts you in scope. When the directive was first proposed in 2021, it contained a harmonized EU test, meet 2 of 5 control criteria, and the presumption triggered. The 2 of 5 criteria test was removed from the final text of the EU Platform Work Directive in 2024, and the criteria are now set at national level. What survived is broader and vaguer. The presumption triggers on facts indicating direction and control, assessed under national law and case law. In practice, that means 27 national versions of the test, not one European one. This is the rebuttable presumption of employment, and 3 design features matter. It is procedural. It applies in administrative and judicial proceedings, and countries decide the exact mechanics. It is rebuttable. The platform can win by proving there is no employment relationship under national law, but the burden sits with the platform, not the worker. And it is not retroactive. It applies to work performed from December 2026 onwards, not to your history. It also does not automatically extend to tax, criminal, or social security proceedings, though member states may go further. Here is the part most coverage misses. The algorithmic management chapter protects everyone performing platform work, including the genuinely self-employed. Platforms may not process data on someone's emotional or psychological state, private conversations, off-duty activity, or data that predicts union activity. Biometric identification is banned. Automated systems must be explained, and a human must oversee them. The sharpest new right is about deactivation. Any decision to restrict, suspend, or terminate a platform worker's account must be taken by a human being, with written reasons, and the worker gets a right to have it reviewed. An app cannot quietly switch someone off anymore. For platforms, that means building human review into operations before December. For workers, including self-employed ones, it is an enforceable right, not a courtesy. As of July 2026, no member state has fully transposed the directive, with less than 5 months to the deadline, so a late scramble is coming. But several countries already run their own presumption laws that will simply be updated. Spain's Riders Law from 2021, Belgium's 8 criteria test from 2022, and Portugal's presumption from 2023. Germany is drafting. Expect a patchwork, with the strictest versions where platform politics run hottest. If you do not run a ride-hailing or delivery app, why care? 2 reasons. First, the 4 tests are wide enough that an agency or outsourcing firm managing paid contractors through automated systems could arguably meet them, and national transpositions may go wider still. Second, direction. At Aspiroc, we read this directive as the EU's broader position on contractor classification. Where facts show control, the burden now sits with the company. If your model relies on self-employed contractors managed by software, December 2026 is your deadline to audit it. So here are the 3 checks to run before December. 1. Map every automated system that monitors or decides things about your workers or contractors, because that is what triggers the platform definition. 2. And start with this one this week. Review your contractor relationships against the control facts courts in each country actually use, not against what the contract says. 3. Build human review into any account or engagement decisions. Reclassification risk is exactly the problem an employer of record is built to solve, and the full checklist is in the description, alongside Aspiroc's guide to the Platform Work Directive.